Alrighty, Zai here, bringing you my next Magic match. A lot of people wanted to see a draft, not a sealed, so I'll be doing that now. 3 times a main RTR drafts if you're playing Magic Online. 4-3-2-2, where this is first through fourth place, gets that many packs. First and second get 8 and 4, nobody else gets shit. Or the most casual way is a Swiss, which I will be joining. You get to play all 3 matches no matter what, even if you lose in the first round, so you get more practice. And it's just 1 pack per win, so if you win all 3 matches, you get your 3 packs back. If you win 2 out of 3, you at least get 2 back. That is very loud. Yeah, stand by. Okay, my first pack. Right away, you always look at the rare. We see you got Ash Zealot, 2/2 first strike, haste, and deal damage. It's a good card, but I am a huge Selesnya fanboy, and Call the Conclave is really good. I also hate these like 2 costing 2 drops because 2 of the same mana, because if you're trying to play 3 color it's really difficult. So I'm going to take Call the Conclave and we'll see if that comes back to bite me in the ass. Risen Sanctuary, it is Selesnya, but it's a piece of shit. Guildgate for early fixing. Wow, I could have had Street Spasm if I'd have gone with the Ash Zealot. If the guy behind me is playing red, he is going to be happy. But Knightly Valor, that is awesome, amazing card. Because even if they kill the enchantment, you still get a knight out of it. And it's a token knight. Alright, Slime Molding, good solid pick for Selesnya. Because you can populate it, and if you top deck it late game, it's really powerful. Nothing else really looks like I want it. So far I'm liking these first 3 picks. I have no populate cards, but those are usually pretty easy to get. And Q Trostani's Judgment. A lot of times I'll play Selesnya and then splash either black or blue. Very rarely red. It just doesn't seem as good for splashing. But for now, I think I'll just stick with that. I like to have at least 1 Trostanes in a Selesnya deck, just because it's removal too, so it can take care of enemy bombs and give you card advantage. Centaur Healer's awesome. 3/3/3 drop and you get some life, which sometimes Selesnya can be a little slow and you like that life. Griffin costs 2 plans, don't want it. Avenging Arrow, not a huge fan of it. It's okay as removal, but you also have to take damage to do it. So, yeah. We'll take the Centaur Healer. This might even make its way back around, we'll see. So there's 8 people in this draft, so the first few packs you'll get to see a couple cards from. So, yeah. Usually the last like 4 or 5 cards are all garbage. But you know, sometimes people let one of your colors slip through just because they're not playing that color. But again, so far I'm liking my Selesnya drafting as such. I don't know if these drafts are really going to be exciting, but yeah. While I wait for this guy, doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge, I think I might cast that too. That challenge is where there's no revives, anything that's dead is dead forever, and you can only catch the first Pokemon you see each new zone. So if you fail to catch it, you don't get a Pokemon in that zone. It's pretty brutal, and you have to name all your Pokemon so that way you feel bad when they die. And let me say, YOLO Swag has not died yet. He's doing me well. Come on, guys. Alright. Oh my god, Common Bond, so good! Another Selesnya card, 1/1 and 2 target creatures. So if you get in like a 3/3 war, you can pump 2 of your guys. Gatecreeper's good fixing, not as necessary if I'm only playing Selesnya, but if I do split, like if the second pack I open up has a rare that's really good from another color, I want to splash that color. Gatecreeper's really good to have. But no, I can't ignore Common Bond. Seek the Horizon sucks. Horncaller, 2/4 forwards. It's such a late game card. Rhino, not a huge fan of this card, but I already have a Common Bond and a Knightly Valor, and using those on hexproof guys are amazing, especially the Knightly Valor because it becomes 5/6 Vigilance hexproof. So I am going to take my Rhino. Savage Surge, cool card because you're tapped out and then you can untap and smash the enemy in the face. However, Chorus of Might, game-winning card, especially in a token deck with lots of populate and stuff. You get 1/1 trample for each creature you have. So even if you only have 4 guys out, it can just win you games. So we're going to do it. Again, I have drafted 8 cards that I like. That is fairly uncommon, and I kind of wish this wasn't a Swiss. Let's see what I get next. It's basically removal. That's going to be a decision for me. So this is cool because the guy has to keep paying the mana cost of his creature over and over and over, or sacrifice it. So it's removal, or it slows him down a ton. I'm kind of lacking populate right now, though. And Sundering Growth is good too. I'm going to take Soul Tooth. Sundering Growths, they're common, so I should be able to grab 1 or 2 of those in the next 2 packs. And like I said, Soul Tithe, sorry, not Tith. It's effectively removal / slow the enemy down a lot. So, yeah. Plus, it's amazing how often people don't actually play enchantments or artifacts. Okay, Risen Sanctuary. It's 8/8 Vigilance. Horncallers cost even more. I'm going to take the Sanctuary. I don't know, it's not an amazing card, but we'll see, just in case my draft is really bad the next few times. Another Rhino, sure, we'll grab that. Like, one good thing about the Sanctuary is if you have like a couple Chorus Mites, you can just win in a turn. But yeah, I don't know. And last couple cards are probably going to be crap. Street Sweeper, destroy all auras attached to a land. In Constructed, I could see that being cool. In this one, how is no one taking it? I'm going to take Peerless Shade. This card's so good in black decks, it's like outright won me tournaments before. I don't know why nobody would take that. Like, if you're playing a 2-color black deck, I put as many of these in there as I can. Oh, I'll take an island. Alright, so pack 2. Once again, I'm hoping I open up a super good rare that sells for a bunch of tickets. My last sealed, or a Tristani. Hey, look, I got a Tristani and I'm playing Selesnya. So this makes me less likely to splash because Tristani is pretty mana brutal. But, you know, we'll see what comes. I hope that Rootborn Defenses falls to me. So yeah, Tristani sells for a few tickets, and obviously super good card. I've got a fair amount of token cards already, and hopefully I can get some more. Maybe another Call of the Conclave. Guildmage, Savage. I didn't know Savage Surge was uncommon. Alright, so I can take the Savage Surge, or I can go for some fixing. Yeah, I'm going to go with fixing for now. We'll see if that's the right move. You don't want to get too instant heavy in these things, because you'll be like, oh, I have 10 creatures and 13 pumps. And then you're like, huh, I have nothing to pump because you buried my only creature. Yeah, there's that. Super exciting video. But yeah, hopefully those people who know Magic are like trying to figure out my thought process. I'm not an amazing player, but I win more than I lose. Call the Conclave. Another Trostanis. I'm not going to take anything else. I just want to see what else is there. Another Trostanis. Another Avenging Arrow. But yeah, I would take 20 Call the Conclaves if I could. Hypersonic Dragon. Apparently no one's playing Izzet, because that's not actually a bad card for Izzet. Oh, hey. Another Common Bond. Sure. I'll take as many of those as they give me, too. This is just looking so powerful right now. I'm stoked. I don't know how many of the games I can cast, though. The drafting alone is going to be like 20 minutes. And then the games themselves take a while. Plans. Okay, Trestle Troll. 1/1 first strike, and I think Lifelink. Yeah, that's not a bad instant. That's another 1-for-1 usually, but you also get the Lifelink out of it. No one took Annihilating Fire yet either. I don't know what colors these guys are playing. I guess only like 3 or 4 cards have been taken, so they might not be playing red. moving on. Okay, we got a decision here. So, this card sucks. Brush Strider is really cool aggro. He's 3-1 Vigilance. So if you play him turn 2 and you go first, very often you're going to get a smash for 3 damage the next turn. And since he's Vigilance, you can do 3 damage and then do an early trade if the opponent allows you. Yeah, just a cool card. Not too much like 1 damage stuff that isn't mage kills him quick, but yeah, other than that. However, a couple Centaurs with Populate. That's always a good solid card. Or a Giant Growth. Think it's a little early to take a Giant Growth. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to take Coursers. I feel like I need more tokens to populate. Guildgate. Not a big fan of Koros to monitor, especially not in like a populate type deck. We'll go with the Guildgate. You don't need tons of fixing in 2-color, but I mean, Tristan is pretty... What? Really? Unless I want to do a late splash of black, there's nothing else to take. I guess I'll take a Guildgate. And... oh, this is a guy I was talking about. Yeah, no one must be playing Izzet, because some really good Izzet cards have been dropping down. This guy can come in and kill the 3-1 Vigilance guy really easily. But I'm not Izzet, so we'll take the Giant Growth instead. What do I want the Pegasus? How's my curve? Oh, I can't sort by curve. I will take the Giant Growth. Nothing here I really want. This card sucks. So what I'm going to do here, you have 2 options. You can try and cock block good cards from your opponents. Again, I don't think anyone's really playing Izzet, so I'm not concerned about that. But if my 3rd pack I open up a super good rare of another color, I do have 2 Guildgates now. So I'm going to take this Trans Guild Promenade, and that leaves me options to still splash a 3rd color if I want. So I'm liking that. Okay, I said I don't like Koros to monitor, but I have to take one anyway. Here's a Guildgate. I won't be playing both those colors ever. I won't play this card, but it's white. These are all bad. I'll just steal the Guildgate so no one else can have it, even though I don't think anyone's playing it. Another Trans Guild, so I can definitely splash a 3rd if the card allows in the 3rd pack. But man, even now I could make a viable deck with yeah, I could make a not terrible deck just with these 2 packs, so everything I steal in the 3rd group is going to be gravy. Let's open me up an Armada Worm! Armada Worm... oh! Or a Jace! I'm not going to play him, but I'm going to sell him. I just got a free tournament. I would also like to point out, I have opened up... oh, how many tournaments have I played? I've probably opened up 150 packs online Magic, and this is my first Jace. So we're going to take him. Why isn't he hollow? Oh, a hollow ethereal armor. I need it. Ah, there's my Sundering Growth, too. There's some good cards in here. But obviously Jace makes the tournament free. I might have to try and splash blue now, even though he costs 2 of them, so it's really tough to splash. We'll see. Since I'm considering splashing blue, this Axebane is definitely something to take, because especially with the Gate Creeper, can give you 2 plans right there. Death Present, not cards, whenever a creature you control dies, but counters. That card's not very good. Ultra slow. Now my option, Ethereal Armor. How many enchantments do I have? 1/1 first strike for every enchantment. I know I have Knightly Valor. That's about all. Or I can go with more removal. My deck is looking kind of slow. Yeah, we're going to go with the removal and populate. Alright, here's a Sundering Growth. Destroy artifact or enchantment and populate. That can be a very effective card. Especially if they like turn 3 a key rune. And I have a Call of the Conclave. Happens surprisingly not. You play Call of the Conclave turn 2, their turn 3 they play a key rune, which they basically lose a turn, And then you just kill the key rune and populate your conclave, and you just have a massive acceleration advantage. Anything blue I want, since I am probably going to be splashing blue here. Not really. Another Risen Sanctuary, which I don't really need. We will go with the sideboard card. Never going to mainboard an Aerial Predation, but if I'm against a guy who has some crazy good flyers, definitely will. Trestle Troll, not going to play a Cellar Songbirds. Good. I don't have any bird tokens. Yeah, that's like the one weakness, is I would have loved an Eye in the Sky or two. At least this gets me one bird. How sick would it have been if I pulled an Eye in the Sky? Oh, now I can do a Centaur Herald, another token, or another fucking Common Bond. I'm in love with Common Bond, even though I said don't get too many instances. Oh, they're just so good. I would actually like a Flesnia Key Rune, or a Azorius. That'd be kind of a lot to hope for. Ooh, Chorusomite, amazing of course. However, I have 3 calls and 1 chorus and a giant growth already, so I don't know how much more instance I want. Plus, once again, the Gatecraper with the Axebane will help me get to my Jace. Ah, I asked and I received. But there's another Sundering Growth too. Reveal the top 3 cards. An opponent separates, put one in your hand. Man. Alright, we're taking the Cure and I'm committing to Jace. I hate it when that happens. There's 2 cards you want in one pile, then the next pile's all absolute shit. This guy is just kind of annoying, so we'll get him out of there. Yeah, make sure no one tries to mill me. I don't think I'll be playing Horncallers, but just in case, I wish that was Azorius too. And what's my final shitty stuff? Don't know. I'll let you guys see me build the deck too. Oh, come on, guys. We're at the very end of the draft. I can't believe I'm going to splash 1 blue card. That is 2 islands. That's crazy. I'm cray-cray. I guess I could play my Hussar Patrol too, but he's just not that amazing. That's not my Hussar Patrol. Him. He's Flash and Vigilance, which is kind of cool. And actually with Common Bond, he's kind of nice because you can have a 4/4 Vigilance, but meh. Mizium Skin, I see no reason why I'd want to sideboard that in ever, but I'm going to. And another Horncaller. See, nobody likes this card. It's not that good. I have 2 of them, but it's just so late game. The one time it can be good is if you have like an 8/8 slime, then or a 6/6 slime or something. Then on turn 8 you play Horncallers, get another slime. But yeah. All right. So as I've said a few times, pretty pleased with this draft. The Jace is actually going to make this deck a lot harder to make. I think the deck would have made itself, but I mean, every attacking creature gets -1, -0 every single turn I want it to happen. That's just really good. So I'm just going to throw in the good cards. That's how I make my decks, and then I'll figure out like the curve and stuff afterwards. So those are all good. Playing Jace, not playing any of you guys, not playing Horncaller for now. Throw both Rhinos in. Probably not playing the Monitor. Axebane, Gate, Sundering, Sanctuary, probably not. Tristani, of course, all 3 Common Bonds, Healer, Conclave. Puts me at 24 cards. Gonna want to play the Azorius too. So, if I'm playing this, I probably still want 17 lands, plus my curve. Let's see my curve here. You sort by converted mana cost. My curve's actually not too bad. My 1-drops can't be played as 1-drops, of course, but got 6 2-drops, got a bunch of 3-drops, 4 or 5. I could haste myself into any one of these with the Azorius Key Rune, so that's pretty nice. And then my Slime Molding can be played wherever. So, the other thing is I have 3 defenders that are fixers. So do I want 17 lands, a key rune, and all three of these? I'm gonna say yes still, just because these two are brutal. And this deck is strong enough that I'd rather just play it safe. So I just need to cut one card. What's that gonna be? Probably one Tristani's Judgment or a Robo. 8 creatures. Man, so deceiving. 1, 2. Wow, I only have 3 token cards, so I really only have 11 creatures. Oops. We're gonna get rid of... Oh, I have no indestructible cards either. That sucks. Huh, my Selesnya is not quite as good as I thought. Alright, definitely need to get rid of... These populate, so they can kind of be creatures. How many cards do I have to actually make cards that populate, though? 1, 2, 3... 4... 5, 6... That's not a small number, but it's not a big number. This could be iffy. It'd be so easy to cut you. Alright, get rid of a non-creature. Preferably one that doesn't populate. I can't get rid of Common Bond though. Alright, we'll get rid of a Judgment for now. We'll see if I stick with that. Let's put in both our Selesnya Guild Gates. We will throw in one Trans Guild. I'm gonna hope that my double Gate Creeper and my Axebane plus... Jeez, I'm relying a lot on getting those. Let's see what the thing says I should do. 1 island. 1 island for a 2-drop. I think I want 2 islands, 5 planes. Still gives me 8 ways to get forest, 9 if you count the Trans Guild, although that's not optimal. And that's very important because I want to be able to play these. 2 ways to get islands with a Gate Creeper, and of course Axebane or Trans Guild can do it. You know what? I'm going to slow myself down and throw the other Trans Guild in. Can I search for those? I don't know if you may search for basic land card. That's not Trans Guild. So I can only search for 1 island. It's so hard. Oh well. We're going to call this good, and if I can't get to my Jace, I'll have to deal with it. And again, 3 of my creatures are defenders. 10, 11, 12 cards that create, 13 cards that create creatures. That's a little low still. I could put in 1 Horncaller for a super late game and take out a... I could sideboard Sundering Growth. It's just most decks have an artifact or an enchantment. It's usually not hard to play that. It shouldn't be hard to make 1 cut. I'm not playing a ton of plans, so I'm actually going to cut the Swift Justice, throw Horncallers in. Just for a super late game. And we will submit that shit. And I will return shortly for the first game. I wonder how long this was.